Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Some guy on Facebook was moving to Thailand, and so I bought his electronics lab for 60 bucks. I have not taken the time to go through it yet, so I'm going to do that with you guys. So let's see what I bought. All right, so this guy worked for a semiconductor company, and he had some interesting stuff, and this is the first time I'm looking at it. But there are things like this. I'll let you guys see some part numbers and stuff like that. But I have absolutely no idea what these are. Maybe, are they US? No, I have literally no idea what they are. They all look like the same parts. They kind of look like little capacitive touch sensors, but not a clue. So I'm going to need you guys to help me as we go through this and tell me what all this stuff is. So I've got some ML or MFCMF whatever's, some metallized polyester multi-layer film capacitors in various sizes. We got, what's this one here? This is these are Carat. PCB transitions, socket strips, IDC headers, dual in lines, I'm guessing like dips, Subtronics. This one actually smells kind of funny, but you've got just all kinds of weird connectors and things like this. I mean, so you would pin this on a ribbon cable. Man, that smells really, really bad. But just a miscellaneous supply of IDC type things. Here we have just some random, looks like half watt, quarter watt resistors and stuff like that, just kind of to go in the to sort pile. We've got these snap domes. It says here, it says snap domes. I'm going to be moving relatively quickly because there's a lot of stuff. So Snaptron, serving the membrane switch community. Okay, so these are like the little membrane switches on like Atari joysticks and things like that. Digitemp controller. So this is like a little thermostat switch. Looks like it would have a little screen in here. And then this is nuts. This is nuts. Look at this. It gives you the force, 400 gram force. Let me just open up this one. Yeah, I guess these are samples on top. But yeah, these little dome things that go over top of the little push button switches on membranes. And I already lost one. I'm such a good steward of this stuff. Here you go. I got this one. I think I still might have missed one. But all different sizes of these little dome switches. What the heck am I going to do with these things? I have no idea, but that is just so sweet. So we got some more metal multi-layer film capacitors here, and these look like they're slightly different values. So we got another set of those. I'm gonna, again, keep moving pretty quick. I love these engineering sample kits. They do have some like cool variety in them. Oh, cool. So yeah, I use DIN connectors all the time, but we've got IDC, or I guess this would be a PCB mount, 25 pin connector. That's a SCSI, I'm guessing 68 pin connector. Got 15s, and maybe there'll be a 23 in here. We've got some PLCC connectors, and what's that, an IEC connector? Is that what they call that one? Just all kinds of randomness here. Got BNC, that's a chunky BNC connector right there. So just a kind of a wide variety, and for my uses, a lot of times I just need one. So we got some more PLCC, that's like really tiny connectors on there. And then that's looks like a 50 pin Centronics, another IEC. So just all kinds of weird stuff. A SIM connector. I actually need one of these. That's a 30 pin SIM connector, and the pins aren't even bent on it. That is fantastic. Yeah, awesome stuff. This feels empty, and it is empty. All right, we've got a ferrite inductor chip. So, oh wow, little SMD parts in here. Looks like maybe 1206. What are they? Little tiny SMD parts in this little clear container. That's fantastic. Keep moving down here. RF diodes designer's kit by Infineon Technologies. So let's see what we have here. Whoa, fancy. So applications. So there's like a big application flow chart type thing. And check that out. I'm going to be looking for this missing one here, but these little teeny tiny things right in here. SMD, I've already lost the lid. SMD parts in this very cool little box here with all this information. This is awesome. Okay, another thing we'll kind of look at in bulk, but there are tons and tons of neon lamp. There are tons of different project boxes, and project boxes are not cheap. I like this one's got like place to put a little label on it or something like that. We've got some breadboards. I've literally never seen that style breadboard in my life. Have a more standard type breadboard by Janeco. Grab another one here. More of these ferrite impedance chip things. So another one of these little bottles of SMD parts. This is very, very cool. This looks like something they'd open in a movie and inject you with. So hopefully that doesn't get me demonetized. Okay, so we've got PCB repair. Let's take a look and see what this is. This is interesting. Ooh, okay. So we've got some, is it empty? It's empty. So we've got some print coat solvent, and this stuff definitely looks like it's seen better days. This is more print coat stuff. Yeah, oh, some copper tape. I'll definitely be keeping that. And all this thin copper tape here for making traces and stuff. And then these are teeny, would they be like, would these be like vias? I think they might be almost like a via or something that you'd put in a board. So, hey, a PCB repair kit. I'll put that away later. We've got some heat shrink and some crimp-on connectors. I probably won't sort those right away. We've got dip IC clips. Oh, sweet. Okay, we've got these little clips that you come on here and just to actually clip the chip, and then you can put it in a breadboard, or you can connect your, what would you call that? Your, like a logic analyzer or something like that to the chip. So this chip can be in the socket, and you can clip on top of it and then either, do whatever you want on top of it. You can piggyback some RAM, or you can do all kinds of stuff. That is wild. Like, I would never own these, but to have a whole box of them is just very, very sweet. This one says test demo perfs. So again, he worked for a manufacturer, and these are prototypes, and that's an RJ11 jack. Some kind of, I'm guessing some kind of PLA chip or something like that is missing from that one, but we've got another such thing here. Look at this. I mean, this was, this would go in a DIP 28 socket or whatever, and then you would have, there's an SMD part on top that they have bodged some capacitors on, stuff like that. I might reach out to him and ask him the story of a couple of these things. So this is 15 PTC. I'm trying to think what that would be. Yeah, I don't know if that's some kind of PIC microcontroller or PLA or something like that, but again, a module that was being prototyped. I'm going to gently dump these out. Different proto boards for an LM2775. We've got just, I mean, all kinds of wild stuff. And we're still on the first box. Have a CP Glare DAA module, whatever the heck that is. Made in the Philippines, though. All right, moving right along. We're still on the first box. This one is labeled battery clips, and so you work inside of something. I was working on an MSX and stuff like these little battery clips. They disintegrate, if they get battery acid on them and stuff. So there's all these different clips to replace them. And I actually had to make my own out of copper, and it was kind of a pain in the butt. So instead you take a real one, and you know what I did? I actually pulled one out of a normal like AA battery holder. That's what I did. And then I attached it with some copper. But he saved all these battery clips to repurpose them. So man after my own heart. And this one is labeled headers. And we have, I have a miscellaneous header box too, but we've got these double row headers. We've got, what's this, chips? No, these are 16 position dual connectors here. All kinds of weird headers. This one has a very pungent smell too. I have no idea what those things are. P6300. But all kinds of weird headers. Got extra long headers. You have these stacked, almost look like a weird IDC type connector there. Just all kinds of headers. Look at that. It's made to go into a into a chip socket and then get you this really dense thing, I'm guessing for some kind of cable. So I mean, I have a lot of headers, but this is well outside of what I'm used to. Look at that! This plugs in a chip socket and turns them 90 degrees this way, which is wild. I've never seen anything like that. And then you've got this other extension thing. Yeah, just wild, wild, wild stuff. It's going to take me forever to sort. I want to be careful shutting this. We're nearing the end of the first box. Yeah, I'll start pulling some more stuff in here. So we've got another engineering sample kit. Love that. Some more Centronics 50, another SIM socket. Got another RJ11. So this is a duplicate of the one that we had already. Have this Molex box here. FT PCBs, dongle, plastic, smart card readers. Smart card readers. Oh, look at that. So yeah, little smart card readers. Got SD card, 64 whole megabytes. That's very cool. And some different readers and things like that. So this looks like maybe used to have an RFID chip in it. This is some kind of dongle for, looks like maybe even the Sony one. I don't know. But some rando memory cards and things like that. 8 megabyte SanDisk multimedia card. Check that out. So good times there. All right, so I've got a bunch of these, and I'm not going to open up every one of them, but there's these different project boxes, newageenclosures.com. This is the one we showed earlier. There are just piles and piles and piles of this kind of stuff. I don't know what this enclosure would be for, but it's obviously for something. And we've got more enclosures, smaller enclosures. These are New Age 3-inch black enclosures. We've got this thing here. Don't know what this is. This is, let's see here, the receipt in there. I don't really want to show that. Full color LEDs, full color LEDs, and then this little proto board here for doing something with looks like maybe some extra parts for the proto board. So I may never know what these things do, but if you recognize something from here, let me know. All right, more project boxes. More project boxes. More project box. This thing here was in a project box. This is a 2-amp. It's been kind of messed up, but so it says it looks like just an adjustable power supply, 3 volts to 12 volts, 2 amp, little switch and some banana plugs and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if he made this, if this is like a prototype for something his company did. No, this is made in China, so probably not. Probably never turn this thing on. Might use the enclosure. All right, and last but not least on this one, after my own heart, we've got Forrest Mims III and some other books. So like this might be pre-Forrest Mims. $1.25. Transistor Projects, Engineer's Mini Notebook. I definitely had this one as a kid. 555 timer. The optoelectronics, sensor projects, formulas. We've got science projects, electronic music projects, 50 cents from Radio Shack back in the day. How to build 5 useful electrical devices, 555 timer circuits, and communications projects. So very, very cool. Let me grab another box. This next box, I couldn't even get half of it on the desk, so we're going to go real quick through it. But we've got tons and tons of SMD components. These are resistors and things like that. I'm going to have to catalog this stuff so I don't rebuy this stuff. We've got more SMD components. This is DigiKey, so I mean, it's probably not junk. We've got, what are these things here? These are 8 kilobyte flash and SRAM in here, so that's right up my alley. We've got, these look like maybe inductors or something like that. Yeah, inductors, more inductors. There's Honeywell, they're like magnetic switches. Got another experimental Archer breadboard. That's very sweet, being a Radio Shack fan. Got some more prototyping PCBs here. See if they have any markings on them, tell us what they are. Cypress Design Center. Yeah, no clue what those are. Perf board or proto board. This looks like maybe, oh, it's a button thing. It's another one of those little, it's a button prototype-y type thing. Speaking of buttons, we've got a chunky button, and I'm guessing this is adjustable resistor. Yeah, Ohmite resistor here, so interesting. Got more SMD components, more project boxes, little ones with little battery holders. I finally just brought a tub over to put all those in. From Siemens, we have, trying to find something identifiable, chips. I mean, 4 megabyte DRAM chips from Siemens. God, these look like some voltage regulators, something like that. Wow, what the freak am I gonna do with all this stuff? TLE 4270. Like, I have no idea. Some of this stuff I'm gonna have to look up the application. I don't think it's audio. If it was audio application, like, I wouldn't keep it at all. But yeah, I mean, dude, what the heck? Look at this little thingy here. These are Siemens. That looks like RAM. That's I'm guessing that's 60 nanoseconds RAM, and I wouldn't be surprised if this actually went on a video card. A lot of times stuff like this, there's little rectangular chips like that would go on a video card, and that looks to be what the application could be, or just some extra RAM for something. I will say that I only saw, well, two things I want to say. One is I've already told my wife that in the event of my untimely or timely demise, go ahead and do the same thing, like really make somebody's day by giving them a killer deal on all this stuff. I have no idea what these proto boards are. But yeah, so I could not tell what was in the boxes. So I actually took a chance on it. I've got some optocouplers, I'm guessing. I actually took some chance on this, and I thought I might break even at $50 for it. Got some capacitors, 1 microfarad ceramic, got some switches, looks like maybe some push buttons in there. So yeah, I was not expecting this amount of volume. What do we got here? More resistors, more PCBs. He said that he was doing a lot of this stuff on breadboards, and then they would make custom PCBs, I think, in-house, and then eventually they would go to production. So a bunch more SMD components that I've got to go through, miscellaneous SMT components, tantalum capacitors. Wow. I'm going to have to categorize this stuff, like there's just no way. We've got 4K, 256K SRAM chips, SRAM chips, which is sweet. That's the kind of stuff I use in the vintage computers. We've got little tactile push buttons. Again, there's no way I can go through every bit of this stuff, but we're gonna get the overall thing. We've got some SMD. These are teeny tiny, like 0403 maybe. That says 0805, but I don't think so. Yeah, really tiny capacitors. 0603 on this. Holy frick. 8K flash. I mean, goodness, I got to keep all this RAM separate. Goodness, Zener diodes. What's the square chip here? Buzzer magnetic diode, Zener diodes. I want to try to keep all this stuff. Oh, that's funny. It actually said 0603 right there on the bag. All right, got some interesting stuff here. I should read the bags. Jacks, buzzers, and power connectors. This is worth looking at. So we've got, those are smaller. That's like 16, that's smaller than 2032 batteries. We've got more buzzers, 30 kilohertz buzzers. We've got some other kilohertz buzzers. We've got, these look like 2032 slip-in sockets. We've got, let's see here. I mean, just all kinds of different sockets and stuff like that for those flat lithium coin cell batteries. 2.5 millimeter jacks. More of these. I just used one of these in a motherboard repair. Yeah, this is nuts. This is nuts. grab this box for maybe some different things here. Oh, so this might actually be one of those other boards built up, which is kind of cool. So yeah, we've got the chip substitution thing here. We've got, this looks like some kind of programmer. Is there any labeling on it? This is the Pro C-Val Rev D, copyright Cypress Technologies. We've got these SMD boards here. I'm not going to pull every one of these things out, but various USB things in various states of design. Wild stuff. Let me get this. I'm gonna get this battery out before it leaks all over everything. Yeah, look at this. It's got a fan. And that's got to be doing something important. So 12 volts, 5 volts. What's it say there? PSOC Express Fan Board Cypress Microsystems. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like it's made to mount on top of another board. All right, so we got, oh, this is full-size SIM sockets, and these are these look like they're PCB mount 9-volt sockets, SD card sockets. We've got FT fixtures, whatever that. Oh, look, USB ports and stuff like that. We've got displays. Oh, this is worth looking at. 1206 displays. So LGA. Maybe these are parts to make displays. Let's see what this is. It feels empty, but it could have something in it. Whoa. Are those displays? I don't know. Tell me, are those displays? You guys who know more than me. Oh, look at this. We've got some boards here. These are HP Cypress 2007 PDC XXXX. So I'm guessing whatever they made. I know they made some video camcorders and things like that. So maybe we'll find more of that stuff together. But these are a bunch of other stuff. It says 1206. So I'm guessing there's 1206 LEDs in there. So which I have some of those. So those will go in that collection. We're still moving along. Got some storage. Got some more through-hole components. And DigiKey. They love them some DigiKey. Switches and fuses and like almost like a resistor network, but not. I think it's actually it's a voltage regulator. So that looks like it goes from 240 volt AC down to 32 volts. So that's interesting. We got some transformers. Let's just see what they are. Does it say how many volts? Does not say. Yeah, just more than I could ever use, and I'm sure I'll be passing this stuff along to some people who can use it if anybody has a particular use for something in here. Got some more chips here. Yeah, I don't know. All right. So one of the things he said that he did was designed the touchscreen for a Palm Pilot, and this is the touchscreen that he made. This is the prototype here, and yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. So more HP FPC. FPC. I don't know what an FPC is. So interesting. We've got more stuff, more FPC stuff here. Got these chip trays. I'm guessing there's nothing in them. Maybe there is. I don't know. There's these. Should I open one up? Let's open one up. All right. I knew I shouldn't open that. I was going to splash them all around there. But these are up to 24 megahertz programmable system on chips, PSOCs. And I've never actually done any work with those things. And he told me that there will be stuff in here to deal with them. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know, you know, they're from the 2000s, so like 2010-ish. So I don't know if there's really any practical applications for them today. But yeah, we got some PSOCs. So just for context, these are the last couple of things I have here. I'm not going to go through every single tray, but we'll look at some interesting things in there. So this is the Aries development board. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but obviously something for working with this, whatever the microcontroller or whatever it was that they were building. So it's got power, battery, and just places to plug in different modules. So if you've made it this far in the video, you're a real one, and I really appreciate it. basically with this kind of stuff, what I will do is categorize that I have it. So not the resistors, I'll just put those in the resistor storage. But for all these things like these chips and stuff like that, I will categorize that I have this, like the 74HC374E, and put them in order so that I'll know where I can find them and stuff like that. But I don't write down every single time I use one. But at least if I need a 374, then I'll know exactly where it would be if I have it. So let's just look in here real quick. So we've got some processors and PIAs. There's a 6502. There's a Muck chip. Let's do this one. Intel. It looks like maybe a support chip for 8088 or something like that. Let's see, anything else recognizable? An NEC, is that a V20 or something like that? NEC, yeah. So nothing I recognize off the top of my head. Sound chip. Yeah, I don't know. So we'll kind of come back to those. That's just listed as processors and PIAs. So those look like smaller EEPROM chips, like 24-pin EEPROM chips. Yeah, so some of that stuff can really be used on old computers where modern day, the young kids are making all kinds of adapters because they don't have these 24-pin chips. So we've got SRAM chips. Let's just take a quick look here. Got some SRAM chips. No idea what size that is. Looks like it's maybe 80 nanoseconds. Got some PAL chips here. So, possibly for repairing stuff, Commodores and all that kind of stuff. Got some static RAM, some SRAM chips. Interesting. I mean, this stuff is like gold to me. Again, we got special memory, whatever that means. Interface chips. So again, I can't possibly go through these things. Got op amps here, power transistors. Let's see what this is. Let's just grab out one of these and just see what it is. This is, look at that. Let's see. Those are very weird chips. Not seeing any like the white ceramic type chips. Let's see this. Analog Devices 52K. I'm guessing it's some kind of amplifier or something like that. These things here, it's probably just a 555. Maxim. I think those are little memory chips. Like I think the Tandy has something real similar to that, that's where it actually stores the BIOS settings. But just miscellaneous digital stuff, chip after chip after chip, more Max chips, encoders. Let's just look here. I mean, this is going to be a job. Like I'm very happy to have this stuff, but this is not a simple thing to sort. Resistor packs, inductors, just X-Tals, whatever they are. Crystals. Oh yeah, crystals. Oh, that's fun. I already have a thing of crystals. Maybe the missing crystal I need for my TRS-80 is in here. So I got some crystals. Anyway, I mean, if you've made it this far, you are a freaking saint. To see that I have odd things like this in the collection. I actually need one of these little switches like this. So that's pretty cool. This is just absolutely wild. And no idea exactly what I'm going to do with all this stuff. I'm not going to let it take over my shop, that's for sure. But anyway, this is just, look at this. Look at all these jacks. Like I use these 5-pin DIN connectors and stuff like that all the time. Just odd stuff like this that I just, again, I'm not going to use it tomorrow, but I may have a need for this connector one day. Who knows? And if not, when I pass away, you can have it. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys supporting my hoarding and all this kind of stuff. So anyway, have a great day.